Hi, welcome to Lexon. Today I'm going to design very useful power supply that every homeowner should have. This power supply provides 3 different voltages: 240 volts AC, 24 volt DC, and 12 volt DC, so stay with us to the end. Let's get started. First we need to design the power supply circuit on the software. In order to make it clear that the circuit is working correctly, we are using Multisim software for designing this circuit. You can see the interface of this software is very user-friendly and easy to use. So, let's take the required component into the workspace. First we need to take a 240 volt input power supply. Step-down transformer. For dioide 1N4007 code must be remember if you choose the different coded dioide the circuit will act abnormal. Capacitor 2200 uF. Zener diode 1N4749 is for 24 volt DC. Zener diode 1N4742 is for 24 volt DC, again code is important. Now, last but very important is ground. Without grounding our circuit will not work. We selected all the required components we need now. It is time to connect them up to make a circuit. First connect the positive of the 240 volt AC supply to the positive of the primary of the transformer. Then connect the negative point of the AC supply to the negative of the primary of the transformer. Now we need to make a rectifier using 4 diodes of 1N4007. So both opposite diodes have the same position, now connecting them all to make a rectifier. Each diode must be placed in the right position in order to get the desired output. If even one of them is connected in the wrong positive, the circuit behaves abnormally. This rectifier portion converts AC supply into DC supply. Connect the positive of secondary of the transformer to the point where the D1 anode and D4 cathode are connected. And the negative of the secondary of the transformer to the opposite point where the D2 cathode and D3 anode are connected. Now the D1 and D3 output are positive of the DC supply, and D2 and D4 output are negative of the DC supply. Now take DC output through the capacitor, as the capacitor smoothens the distortion of the signal. Now you can see the desired output is obtained. Now move further. We want to take 2 different DC voltages at the output. What do we do? As you know, the voltage in a parallel circuit is the same at each point, so we need to connect them in series in order to take different voltages. Connect them in series. Remember the position of the Zener diode. Connect the cathode of the 24 volt Zener diode to the positive side of the capacitor, and the anode of this diode connects to the cathode of the 12 volt Zener diode. Now the anode of this diode connects to the negative side of the capacitor. This is completed. Now we are going to test it by using multimeters. DC output must range from 24 to 30 at this point. You can see the error when there is no ground. You can see 15 volts are there rather than 24 volts, because the AC input power of the circuit is 120 volts. We need to change it to 240 volts to get the correct output. Fortunately, we got the required output. You can see the three outputs are 240 volt AC, 24 volt DC and 12 volt DC. Thank you for watching this video. If you want to get notified when we drop another video, then subscribe to this channel and press the bell icon. Also like this video. If you have any ideas, please feel free to comment below. We will try to answer as much as we can. Meet you in the next video. Take care.